What I have here is a 2-to-1. I just simply took a short piece of rope, anchored it off. I tied a diesel hitch and a pulley. When I pull on this side of the rope, it pulls equally on my anchor point, which pulls double on my load. And I'll show that with scales. Okay, now in the pyramid technique, each time I add a pulley and anchor a short rope back to the tree, I compound the ratio. So generally speaking, if I use the lap technique, to get a 4-to-1, it's going to take 3 pulleys. I'm accomplishing a 4-to-1 with 2 pulleys. In tree work, we might not always have all the gear, but there's ways to make what we need to do to get the right pull. Now, I have a 4-to-1 right here. Each time I add a pulley with a short piece of rope and just anchor that off, I compound it. So this will be a 4. I put one more, I got an 8. I put another one, I got a 16-to-1. In order to accomplish a 16-to-1 with the lap technique, I would need 15 pulleys. I've never had 15 pulleys on my truck. So, generally speaking, right here, I have got a 4-to-1, and I will show that, prove that with the scales real quick here. So, here we go. Okay, so I took a 4-to-1 in a pyramid system. I hooked a block and tackle to it, which is the lap system, which by hooking it to the pull side gives me a 20-to-1 ratio. Now, before you set up a 20-to-1 ratio, you better know the tensile strengths of all your ropes and hitches and everything, pulleys, everything. Because with 20 pounds of pull, I'm gonna put 400 pounds of pressure on the tree, on the load. So you will see when we use the scales, the amount of pull I have on the scale I have, the blue scale and the orange scale, and we'll demonstrate that right now. The scales we bought to demonstrate this have a maximum capacity of 600 pounds. So I'm gonna stick with pulling 20 pounds on this side, 400 pounds on that side, because I don't want to get close to the max and break my scales. But realistically, with this setup, a 20-to-1, a 200-pound man could put 4,000 pounds of pressure on a rope or on a load. And like I talked about in the pyramid, with 4 pulleys, I can go to 16-to-1. If I hook a block and tackle to the other side of that, it's 5 times that again. So by combining pyramid technique, just by simply anchoring off short pieces of rope, and the lap technique using a preset fiddle block or block and tackle, allows you to create a tremendous amount of energy, either for tip ties, for pulling trees with heavy leans, or even getting a truck unstuck.